Peace, y'all. Welcome. I'm ShakaJamal of Namaste Ready, and I'd like to welcome you to our meditation session. So, in this particular session, I'm going to give myself a brief introduction. We're going to talk a little about meditation and yoga, then actually go through some exercises that you can use on a regular daily basis. My goal for this is for you to have tools that you can actually utilize in your life, not just when times are tough, but when times are good, so that you can build up your strength in meditation, build up your flexibility in meditation, and it can be utilized at any given time or any given place in your life. So, just a little background on me. I was raised in Oakland from the time I was 8 years old, and really wish, looking back, I could have had some of these tools throughout my life, because I definitely had some situations that were challenging to manage and definitely stressful. And now that I have some of these tools and I'm able to utilize them, I see a difference in myself, my maturity, my relationships with my family and with my friends. I was first introduced to yoga when I traveled to South Africa during the Peace Corps. One of the first people that I was in training with introduced me to the sunrise salutation, which is a traditional sequence of yoga that is done every morning when the sun comes up. And that particular salutation to the sun, or praise to the sun, giving thanks to the sun, is used to focus the mind and the body, but also to energize and to provide flexibility. And once I got a piece of that, I did it off and on for years. After moving back to Oakland, I heard about an organization called Naroga Institute, and their goal is to change the zip code of yoga. And as some of you may or may not know, many times yoga and meditation is something that is not provided to our community. And if it is, it's not given to people who look just like us, right? So their goal was to train as many black folks, as many people of color, to do the work and to learn it and to take it back into their own communities. So with that, I gained a 200-hour yoga certification, and 100 of those hours was providing yoga to the community for free. I taught at EOYDC, East Oakland Youth Development Center, Growing Roses in Concrete, and Juvenile Hall right off 150th. And during that time, I was able to put into practice many of the things that I learned, and also tap into my own source, myself, to gain that particular type of experience and insight needed to take my yoga, my meditation, and my teaching to the next level. And one thing that I can remember is that during that training, I was at a job that was pretty demanding and pretty stressful. And I definitely don't think I would have done as well or lasted as long at that job if I didn't have those tools of yoga and meditation to utilize and to fall back on during those times. Soon after finishing my 200-hour certification, I started an organization called Namaste Ready. Right? Namaste Ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Right? And it's about staying ready with your mind, staying ready with your body, staying ready with your emotions and your spirit, so that when tough times come up, it's not even an issue. You know how to deal with it, right? And many times it's said that the best fight fought is the one never fought at all. So it's being able to use your intuition, your wisdom, everything that you've gained throughout your life, so that you don't have to get in particular situations that may cause you stress, may cause you trauma, and then have to deal with it later and in a way that may not be beneficial for you. All right, and Namaste Ready was founded by people like me who had a particular skill and wanted to share it. So we began teaching classes in East Oakland, at Fromm's Martial Arts, and those classes were free, donation based, and we got a lot of participation for people who were either interested in yoga and never had done it before, or people who have been practicing yoga but didn't really have a group of black folks and folks of color they could actually practice with and learn from. And that was one of the main reasons why we started it, to get black folks to come together, people of color to come together, and to learn how to tap into the ancient indigenous healing systems that come from Africa, to activate our own healing powers. Because we know that many times we're living in places and are in particular situations where we don't have the best health care. So many times our next best health care is tapping into our own powers, right? And much of the ancient knowledge that we may think we might have been lost, it's actually inside of us. And meditation is a way for us to actually start blocking out all of the clutter, all of the noise, all of the distractions of life, and focus on what's really inside of us. Focus on the gifts that we have been given, those that we know of, those that we may not even know of, and be able to start harnessing that and using it for the benefit of our personal lives, our families, our community, and the entire world. So now I'm here with you. And the best thing that I have to offer are some actual tools that you can utilize in your everyday life. Not just theory, but in actual practice. All right? This first exercise is going to be the bell exercise. The goal of this is for you to actually focus on the sound of the bell as intensely as you can, blocking out all external or internal distractions. External could be cars passing, someone else talking. Internal could be your own particular thoughts, or maybe small pains and aches that you may have in your body. And to be able to tap in to the sound of the bell and block out everything else. All right, so I'm going to ring this bell 3 times. First 2 times we'll do it with our eyes open. Last time with our eyes closed. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to invite you to listen to the sound of the bell as intensely as you can, blocking out all external or internal distractions. And when you can hear the bell no longer, just give me a thumbs up. All right. All right. One more time, listening to the sound of the bell as intensely as you can, blocking out all distractions, whether they be internal or external. When you can hear the bell no longer, just give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now for the last time, if your eyes were open the first 2 times, I'm going to invite you just to close your eyes on the last time. And once again, blocking out all external and internal distractions, focusing on the sound of the bell till you can't hear it any longer, and then giving me a thumbs up once you have the silence. Now for some people who had their eyes open the first 2 times and closed on the last, some of you may have noticed a difference in the sound of the bell. You may have noticed a difference in the clarity of your own mind and thoughts. Some of y'all might have maybe not noticed anything at all. All right. The key to this is not just noticing, but to continue to practice and to get deeper and deeper into the exercise. All right. Because I definitely believe that through my own practice over the course of time, I was able to hear things I normally won't be able to hear, see things I normally won't be able to see, and reach a level of understanding that I may not have been able to if I hadn't taken that time just to sit down, relax, meditate, listen to the sound of the bell. And I'll share with you later, if you don't have your own particular bell, maybe you have a cell phone, there's other apps that you can use just to replicate this exercise in your own home with your own particular resources. Well, this next particular exercise is a rhythmic belly breathing exercise. I'm going to invite you just to place your left hand on your stomach, right hand on your heart. Just begin breathing normally. You may notice a movement in your body as you inhale. You may notice your chest or your stomach moving out. And as you exhale, chest and stomach moving in. So what I'm going to invite you to do is on your next inhale, see if you can extend your stomach out a little bit further on the inhale. And on the exhale, see if you can pull your stomach in a little bit more. So you're kind of over-exaggerating your inhales and exhales, but with the movement of your stomach. In and out. Once you get used to that, we're going to get into the rhythmic part of it, where we're either going to inhale to 3 and out to 6, or inhale to 4 and out to 8, whichever is most comfortable for you. But the most important part is, as you inhale, you're breathing in air for the entire 3 to 4 seconds. And then when you're exhaling air throughout the entire 6 or 8 seconds. So it's up to you to tap into your own body to figure out how do you keep the air moving continuously throughout. All right, so on your next inhale, let me invite you to inhale in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue to inhale and exhale, counting to yourself, breathing in and out through your nose. Taking deep breaths, extending the stomach out, exhaling, letting the air out, letting the stomach draw in closer. Keep breathing, keep counting to yourself. This particular exercise helps to relieve anxiety in the body. Helps bring a sense of calm, alleviates stress, and also can help with restlessness at night if you're having trouble sleeping. If the breathing in to 4 and exhaling to 8 is a little bit too challenging, see if you can breathe in to 3 and out to 6. Let's take it for a few more breaths. And feel free, your eyes can be either open or closed. Last inhale in. Letting it all out. Keeping your hands on your chest and on your stomach, just begin to breathe normally. In and out through the nose. From here, the next tool we're going to move into is an affirmation. All right? An affirmation can be something that you say to yourself mentally, quietly, and many times out loud. The reason why we use this is because many times people may say things to us which may beat us up a little bit. Sometimes we may say things to ourselves that may beat our own selves up. I'm not smart enough. I don't look good enough. You know, I don't have this. I don't have that. But the affirmation focuses on the positive that we have in our life. Giving thanks for our family, giving thanks for friends, you know, giving thanks for our own wisdom and insight. So many times in my class, we begin with an affirmation. And this affirmation we say 4 times. And it is, my mind is strong. My body is strong. I am unbounded faith. I am hope. So I'm going to invite you to say that with me and repeat after me. All right? Let's do this 4 times. Still with one hand on the chest, one hand on the stomach. My mind is strong. My body is strong. I am unbounded faith. I am hope. My mind is strong. My body is strong. I am unbounded faith. I am hope. My mind is strong. My body is strong. I am unbounded faith. I am hope. My mind is strong. My body is strong. I am unbounded faith. I am hope. Let's take a deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath in through the nose, breathing in deeply, letting it out through the mouth. I'm going to invite you just to begin breathing normally again. And I'm just going to ask you just to notice and take a stock on how you're feeling at this very moment compared to when you first sat down to take this class. Not good or bad, wrong or right, positive or negative, but notice the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your mind, the quality of your posture, the quality of your mood. And just notice if anything has changed or shifted. Because us being able to notice from one breath to the next, from 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day to the next, is what allows us to be able to navigate this world in a way that brings us more health, more insight, more wisdom, so we can become better servants to ourselves, our families, our communities, and to this world. Many times I tell people that these exercises may not make things easier, but with everything that we have to carry, I feel it gives us more strength to be able to carry many of the things that we need to carry throughout our lives in order for us to gain success and make it from one day to the next. So if your eyes are closed, opening up your eyes, releasing your hands. If you're sitting down, cross-legged like me, let's see if we could extend our legs out. Maybe they got a little bit cramped. See if you can bounce your legs, massage your knees and your thighs. Bring some blood flow back into your body and your legs. And to add a bit of perspective on the meditation, someone a long time ago asked me, do you know what the difference between prayer and meditation is? It's like, I don't know. You know, this was an OG. He was probably a good 30 years, 35, 40 years older than me. He says, prayer is when you talk to God. Meditation is when you listen. When he said that, it blew my mind, right? Because never had I heard it presented in that particular way. Many times throughout my life, I was only taught about prayer, which is a good thing because we need to be able to communicate to a higher source, especially when times get tough. But many times where he was saying that we talk and we talk and we talk, we ask and we ask, but we don't take the time to sit back and listen to see if some of those questions that we were asking are being answered. Many times we're so busy talking and asking, we don't take the time to sit back and say, okay, I'm ready to receive. And that meditation is a way that we can receive gifts from the Most High and gifts from our own insight. The gifts that our ancestors gave us, that's tapped inside of us, of our DNA, that's been passed on by generation and by generation by generation. And there are things about our lifestyle in this current state that don't allow us to tap into those gifts. And the meditation, the prayer, the yoga is a way for us to be able to tap into those gifts. All right? Another perspective on the meditation is that the breath is the most important aspect, and that's in yoga also. All right? The human body can live without food for about 30 days. You can live without water for 4, 5, 6 days. But the average person can't hold their breath for more than a minute. Breathing in is the first thing that we do when we're born from our mother's wombs. And exhaling is the last thing that we'll do before we leave this earth. So being able to tap into that powerful energy source of our breath, of oxygen, that's provided by the trees around us, is what allows us to stay grounded, to stay focused, to stay healthy. So whenever meditating, it's key to have a relationship with your inhale and with your exhale. And whenever your mind starts to shift and think about other things, you come back to the breath. You're either focusing on the air coming in and out through your nose, or as your stomach ebbs and flows, goes in and out during your inhales and your exhales. And that's what's going to keep you focused and keep you grounded. Keep you grounded. All right? So, with those particular exercises, let's take just a couple of minutes just to get into any comfortable position, whether you're standing, you're seated, maybe even laying down, where I'm going to ring the bell. We're going to focus on breathing, and then I'll ring the bell again, and then we'll be coming close to the end of our session. All right? I'm going to invite you just to, when you're also meditating, just to lightly close your eyes and just put just a slight smile on your face. All right? It just kind of changes the mood and shifts the mood in a more constructive, positive, and lighthearted way. All right. Welcome back. Hope that was a good, short, but powerful meditation. I hope that some of the tools that were presented to you in this particular session you'll be able to use maybe even later today, later tonight, tomorrow in the morning. And I hope they can bring a sense of enlightenment, a sense of peace, a sense of grounding, a sense of health during this particular time that we're living in. All right. So I'm going to invite you to participate in the ending, which is traditionally done in yoga classes, where we say namaste, which means the light in me honors, sees, respects, and reflects the light in you. All right. So bringing our hands into heart position or prayer position. Let's inhale them up, looking up at our hands, bringing them together, bringing them down, and bowing to each other. Namaste. All right. Thank you once again. It's your ShakaJamal of Namaste Ready. Hope to see you soon. Blessings. Love y'all.